Well, no time for us to rest on that one as we welcome the athletes out for the second men's recurve semi-final. Let's go down for their introductions.
On target number 1, representing United States of America, Brady Ellison. On target number 2, representing Spain, Miguel Alvarino Garcia. The blind judge for this match is Luis Simon Peter.
Well, here we go. It's another battle of a favourite versus an underdog. Brady Ellison of the USA, world number 1 on target 1, going up against the Spaniard, 27-year-old Miguel Alvarino. Alvarino's just watched Tyak beat the favourite in the first semi-final. Can he cause a surprise here against Brady Ellison? Semi-final number 2 of the recurve men's tournament, and it is Miguel Alvarino of Spain who will shoot first.
What a great opener. Doesn't get much better than that.
Points.
Quite a long hold, 20 seconds to shoot their arrow in.
Points.
Not sure whether that will be marked up a 9 close to the line, but can't tell with the shadow.
That's in the 10 though for Ellison. Now I think we do need to have a look at that last arrow from Alvarino. As you say, called a 9, marked a 9. It looked awfully close, that final arrow. And I think that's Ellison's target on the looks of things. Canales looking on, supporting Alvarino. Oh no, that is Ellison's target. So it was the first target. Now it looked very close, didn't it? And it looks like we have had that arrow marked up. 29 apiece between Alvarino and Ellison. All square after the first set, 1 apiece. Oh, on for another shock win from the underdog. Alvarino keeping Ellison, the world number 1, honest here in Antalya. Start of set number 2, and it will be the Spanish archer to shoot first again.
9 points.
Really long hold from Brady, didn't look too comfortable.
Alvarino with a chance to get the set points here with a 10. Gets a 10, a great grouping, all in the middle of the target. The first perfect this semi-final. Alvarino, and a 3-1 lead guaranteed.
9 points.
Ellison shooting a 28. It's just not up to the standards that we expect from Ellison. And I think by his own admission, it's not been his best performance, but he still made it into the final four.
Yeah, he spoke to World Archery after getting into the final four, and he kind of said, how was it, and how did he get there? And he kind of said, experience, willpower, maybe today mostly God. You know, he just wasn't on his normal form. He said he shot lots of 28s, the odd 29, the odd 30 where we really needed to, but something lacking about Brady at the moment. The American team haven't travelled with their normal entourage. It's a self-funded trip for them, so they haven't got the normal staff that would be behind them in their box. I think he shot his entire qualification round with no one stood behind him, which is unusual for Brady.
Well, we have had a measure again going in the favour of the American number one. We see it's all square now, 2 set points apiece, and it was indeed the first set where they re-measured and discovered that it was Ellison who took it. So, you talked about, he said God was on his side. Well, the fates are with him at the moment. He thought he was 3-1 down. He's all level at 2-2 going into the third, Ellison.
I think Alvarino's certainly making up for this now, isn't he? Lots of strong 10s. I think that's the 6th 10 in a row.
9 points.
Well, bringing out the bow kondo again, and a little bit of frustration shown by Ellison as he gets ready for his third shot. Alvarino in with a chance again. Can he secure this? Oh, that one is close. That one is very close, and it is going to be measured. Ellison needs a 10 here. Now that is not going to go Ellison's way. So the measure inconsequential, other than for Alvarino's record, of course. He's got the 2-point lead that we thought he had after the first set. So just to clear things up a little bit, a measure seemingly showed that the first set was all square and they came into the second one apiece, when in fact it was Ellison that had taken the first set. So he was 2-0 up going into the second. Alvarino took the second set, all square. Looks like Alvarino has taken the third. I'm reluctant to call it though, Nikki. I think it is. I think we can safely call that one though.
Yeah, I think so. He's done enough there with Brady dropping that 8 as well. So I'm sure Alvarino will be that 4-2 up now.
Again, another good view down the range, 70 meters from shooting line to target, and the arc of the arrow clearly being shown there. Ellison, the world number one, flying solo, not with the team, a self-funded trip for the American archers. He's found himself in the final four here in Antalya, not on his A game. Has to win this set.
Well, that was pretty convincing. Pretty much taking out that spider, that little X in the middle of the target face. Alvarino almost doing the same thing himself.
The door opening again for the Spaniard. Can he capitalise? Slightly longer hold that time.
Just a little bit, yeah, just pushing it high.
Well, back in the middle. A 10 to share the points for Alvarino, though. Anything less, and Ellison will be all square at 4 set points apiece. pulling that one across. It's drifted over to the left and down and into the 8. So Ellison, he's battling with himself here, but he is still in this semi-final. 4 set points apiece. And the American, even when he's on an off day, or an off week as he's called it, still is a contender in men's recurve.
Yeah, the off week where he's qualified in 3rd place, you know, at a World Cup. He's an incredible archer. He's been around for so many years and won so many things. A 5-time Hyundai Archery World Cup champion as well. So, you know, he's got the experience to get himself through these kind of matches.
Yeah, and funny enough, both of these archers qualified or came through qualification with a 673 scoreline. You look at the route to the final, well, it was a tough one for Ellison. He beat Demore of the American Virgin Islands and Nespoli, reigning Olympic silver medalist, on his way to this final 4. All square at 4 apiece, and we go into the deciding 5th set. Well, there'll be anything to separate these two after the next 6 arrows. Alvarino starts with a 9. Opportunity for Ellison here to sneak into the lead.
Didn't look comfortable, did it? It looked just a little bit forced. You can see his cheeks puffing up as well.
It's a 10 though. Alvarino sniffing a chance for a victory here though, against, well, the best men's archer on the circuit for the past 5 or 6 years. He's back in the 10s as well. Is this the last arrow of the semi-final for Alvarino? It's in the 10 for a 29, but as you can see, a perfect score from Ellison will take him to the gold medal match. And he's drifted off to the 9s. A match that deserved to go on has indeed ended in the regulation sets. 5 set points apiece between Alvarino and Ellison, and we will have a tiebreaker to decide who goes into the gold medal match to face Ryan Tyack for the first title of the season. Well, Nikki, far from over. They're going to change the target faces. We're going to have a 1-arrow shoot-off. We love that drama of the 1-arrow shoot-off. But you've got to... first off, let's talk about Alvarino. He's given himself a really big chance here by making it through the stage. There were a couple of times in the match where he could have done it in regulation times. How's he going to be feeling, do you think?
He's just going to put it out of his mind. You know, he has been... He's won the finals before, back in 2015. It's been such a long time since he's really put himself into these situations, but he's just got to put it out of his mind now. Go out there to the line, shoot his normal process, nice good shot timing, and see what he can do.
Yeah, 2015 was a good year for Alvarino. Won the inaugural European Games in Baku, Azerbaijan as well. He took a 2016 Stage 2 win in Medellin, a silver in Medellin. This is only his 2nd stage win. Brady Ellison here, though, he's a serial winner, and even when he's not on form, well, not up to his very, very high standards, he's forced to shoot off. I mean, grit, determination.
Absolutely, that's what makes him that 5-time champion, isn't it? So he can turn these situations around. He's got so much experience.
The pressure builds here as we look at the shooting line and we look down to the targets. That's what the athletes are looking at. So come on, chaps, we want to get on with this. Tension's building right up. Brady Ellison sporting the new USA kit, trying to stay calm and composed, but this is a little bit of tension in his face, a little bit of anxiety. Go down to a 1-arrow shoot-off to decide who is going to win semi-final number 2 in the Recurve men's individual tournament. Alvarino versus Ellison. Spain versus the USA, and it will be Miguel Alvarino to put down the first arrow. Into the 10, but there is room here. There is room. Closest to the center. It needs to be in the 10 for Ellison. It's in the 9, and we have had upset number 2 here in the men's semi-final.